Title this video, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. But let's be honest, it's more about the ugly. Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here, and welcome to another video on the channel. If this is your first time here, please make sure to smash that subscribe button and take a look at all the content that's on the channel. So it's been a little while now since Data Pack 5 dropped, so let's go over all the good points and the bad points of how we've got on with the Data Pack so far. Now, if you have been watching the Master League series, you'll probably know the answer to this already. Now, being a returning player to PES this year, I haven't had much experience with the Data Packs over the years. After a little bit of research, not much. It didn't take me long to figure out that this is not new. This Data Pack 5.0, which seems to be targeted with that name every single time this happens, it isn't the first time this has happened. Now, it's been met with disdain in the past, and it appears that this one is being met exactly the same way. This year, I've loved the PES gameplay. And yeah, of course it has its flaws. Every game does. But PES this year really has hit home for me. I've spent more time than ever before. I've got into the process of learning how to play Fuma, and I've been bringing content to you for now 7 or so months. I'm really enjoying myself as the channel keeps on growing and we keep on flourishing in this space. But this is my first experience with some controversy around PES. So what's good with the new Data Pack? Well, I've played several games now on Master League and in Expedition to get the full swing of it, and there are some good strengths to it. I.e. the strength. Players now with high balance and strength will definitely feel that way. But with this newfound Hulk strength from certain players, which is great when you're controlling them, not so great when you're not. It sucks when the ball constantly gets pumped forward to Aubameyang or Dominic Calvert-Lewin and he shrugs off your defenders as if they've never existed and they weren't on the pitch in the first place. I've also noticed in that though, this weird thing happens where your defender will start the animation to make a tackle and the attacker will just run straight through them. The animation will still be made, your player will end up on the other side of the opposition striker, and the striker will be clean through, ready for the goal. Also, it leads to this weird thing now with collisions and the animations of tackles. Like, your defender will go to make the tackle, the animation will start, the opposition striker, he'll just walk straight through you as if you're not even there. It's really strange. I don't mind tackles not always being completed. That adds a realism element that I really like to the game, but I mean, you shouldn't be able to just walk through a defender. The ball needs to move a little bit or be poked away, and then the striker still maintains possession, not just walk through you as if you're not on the pitch whatsoever. Now to the bad, and I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because I don't want this video to go on forever. I guess at least out of all of this, Harry Maguire now actually does feel like Harry Maguire I imagine in real life. The only problem is with that is every single player now feels like Harry Maguire, stuck in the mud, sluggish, slow. The reaction times are awful. You are losing the ability to play this nice, slick, fluid football that I believe PES is known for. That's been the most enjoyable part of my PES experience, is being able to play this nice build-up to create different chances that you wouldn't usually be able to create on these kind of games. To score some of these fantastic goals, this nice, fluid passing movement, good runs, nice dribbling when you have the players that are capable to do it. Now, I will admit, if you do have some of the better players in the game, you are some of the bigger teams. When I tested this out, I played as Chelsea and Man City for a few games, and it certainly felt easier to get stuff going with them. It still didn't feel great, but it definitely felt easier. I didn't notice it as much, and I had a much funner time. I then played some games with Sheffield United, and it went horrendously. Worse than their season in real life. I could not score a goal. Now, the difficulty in terms of conceding wasn't there. I didn't concede any goals with Sheffield United, but I couldn't score any. My players wouldn't make runs. It felt really difficult to make runs with my players. Even when asking players to make runs, they were awful. Everyone felt very sluggish. They take extra touches that they didn't need to take. Now, I didn't see that as much with Chelsea and Man City. The players were a little bit quicker on the ball, so I could move it a little bit faster. But that shouldn't be the case. There shouldn't be an animation that you're locked into, which then leads you to losing the ball because the players just held on for it for so long, even though when you're telling him, please pass the football. This all started when playing the Leeds Master League, a save I've really enjoyed this year. I've loved doing Master League series on YouTube this year. We're on our second one in our third season. And up until this stage, I haven't minded the difficulty level. I've even said when losing games how much I've enjoyed the game because it was a fun game to play. At the moment, it just doesn't feel that way. My players feel worse than they've ever felt. They feel more sluggish than they've ever felt. And this has led me to think, I don't want to sit down and record this because I'm not enjoying myself. And I hate the thought that there's people out there that have put lots of time into Master Leagues or whatever and now can't play it. This also brings me to the point, although I'm not an online player, if you've learned the meta of the gameplay and how things happen, this could suck for you while playing online. Now, I must admit, you're probably using better players when you're playing online, so you won't notice this as much. But still, it sucks. The gameplay over a year should never get worse. It should always get better. Why do the referees still suck, yet the gameplay is now being made even worse? It's being dragged down to that level. It's very frustrating. I find myself being ultimately upset because I'm passionate about playing the game this year. I'm passionate about the community around PES that's certainly being built, and it just seems like a stupid idea. Now, I have been told, and I have looked as well, that they did this last year, and people's opinion is that they make this decision in order for you to buy the new game. When's the new game out? It's not out for ages. We haven't even had trailer information and stuff about the new game yet. Why should this be happening now? It just seems crazy to me if Konami have absolutely tanked the gameplay, so you go and buy the new one when it comes out. It just seems weird to me. I'm in an extremely lucky position. I play on PC where mods are available, and there's several gameplay mods out there. I've found one that I'm going to try out. I've tested already, and I'm going to start using it in my Master Leagues. I will leave the link to that down below. I do feel sorry for you if you're a PlayStation player or an Xbox player, because you're kind of just going to have to put up with this until a new patch comes out. Now, from what I've been reading, it looks like there might be one coming out soon, and if Konami have read any of the backlash, surely these kind of things will be fixed, and hopefully it will go back to a good state that you want to play the game in. And once it's out, we can always forget that 5.0 ever existed. Now, I wanted to keep this as short and sweet as possible because there's people out there that have already done videos on this and shown breakdowns of the gameplay. I just wanted to give you a fast one if you're on the go, and I'm passionate about this. I've loved PES this year. I've put a lot of time and effort into the series and what I'm doing and trying to grow in this community, so I wanted to let you guys know what I thought about it. But if you are new around here, remember, please smash that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. I will leave mods and stuff down below of what I'm using at the moment. If you do enjoy Master League, go and check out that content on the channel as well. Let me know also how you guys have got on with the new data pack. I've spoken to a few people that haven't really noticed it and don't think it's a problem whatsoever. For me, though, it is, and when I've spoken to other people that have the same issues, that are frustrated as well, it really makes me feel like they've not nailed this, have they? They've made a big mistake. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next Master League episode.